Welcome to another edition of Caffeine with Pedano. I'm Daniel. This is Randy.
Hey, good morning to everybody. You know, we hope right now, I just have to make a quick comment. I saw the other day on Facebook that a dealer had gone out into a home, sold a Kirby, and actually got 3 recruits, Kirby Life recruits out of the same home. So there'll be 3 mugs coming his way. I know that right now we've been talking about Kirby Life, and we'll continue to talk about it because it's such a backbone and mainstay of the Kirby company. Bring in that Kirby Life recruit, get your Kirby Life mug, wear your pin, maybe get a special mask, and enjoy that $100 when they sell that free Kirby, or when they sell the first one, of course, when they sell 6, get that free Kirby, which is what it's all about.
Right, and then you get to take your buddies with you when you open. So if you plan on becoming a Kirby distributor or moving up the ranks in the company, you have the opportunity to recruit people now, not just get the benefits off the sales. As Randy mentioned, the $100 on the icebreaker, the free Kirby on 6. You also get a gold K on 12, but the most important part is when you open up your office, you get to take those people with you, right?
You have a trained sales staff going with you when you first go out, and how awesome would that be to open up your first month with dealers who have the same values and goals that you have?
Right. We are coming down to the final stretch of the push month. Hopefully everybody's going strong. Don't run out of gas. Let's finish March strong. And with no further ado, let's turn it over to the one and only National Sales Manager, Mr. John Pedano.
Take it away, John.
Hey, thanks, Dan and Randy. We are positive. Again, remember, social distance, wash your hands, wear your mask, right? We are positive. Don't forget the cup, right? I think Dan and Randy are talking about that enough. But I want to talk today about the world famous Kirby zip brush, right? And this is really one of my favorite parts of the Kirby. You know, I remember when this thing first came out, we used to use the hand portable to vacuum carpeted stairways. You talk about something that really was a little too heavy for that customer to use. This was perfect. And I'll never forget when it first came out, I was in a home and the lady, believe it or not, lived on a 2nd floor apartment. She actually owned the building though. So she rented out the downstairs, she lived upstairs, and she had all these steps carpeted. And just lugging the Kirby up the stairs to get into her house, I looked at her, I said, "How do you clean those stairs?" She says, "I don't." I said, "Let me show you something." And I'll never forget, I vacuumed the stairs. I started at the bottom and I worked my way up and I vacuumed every step. By the time I got to the top stairs, guess what she wanted to do? Write me a check for the Kirby. Look it, I would make sure that I had one of these in my demo kit every single home I went into. So again, we've shown the attachments. We actually vacuum with the T-tool, pulling 10 pads off the furniture with this because we want to show them this works better. Folks, let me introduce you. And again, it's all excitement. It's all how I sound. I can say, "Let me introduce you to the world famous Kirby zip brush." And it's not going to have the same effect. But put a smile on your face, sound a little excitement, and all of a sudden, that excitement is what? Contagious. When you're excited, the customer gets excited. When customers get excited, guess what they do? They buy the Kirby from you. Right? The whole idea of showing someone a Kirby is to get them so excited about the Kirby that they do what? Buy it. Lo and behold. And the easiest way I know of to get someone else excited is to be excited yourself. Right? So folks, let me introduce you. Most amazing thing Kirby's come out with, it's called a zip brush. The first thing I want you to notice about it is it's lightweight. The more times the Kirby's in the customer's hands, the better the presentation's going. It's nice and lightweight. It's light because it doesn't have a motor. Because there's no motor, it's not going to burn out or break down the road. What it does have, though, is it has a rotating brush driven strictly off the air moving through the hose. So it's actually going to shake dirt loose that's caught between fibers that you can now vacuum up again. It's almost like a washing machine, right? You know how the washing machine, they had those agitators in it that went back and forth? Imagine taking the agitator out and washing your clothes. Are they going to come clean if they just throw them in water and let them sit there? Probably not, right? You need agitation to shake dirt loose that's caught between fibers. That's what our zip brush does. Folks, to give you an idea of how much better this cleans than our straight suction tool, I'm going to re-vacuum the chair again, this time using the zip brush to show you what even the Kirby canister would have left behind. And again, whenever you're cleaning, clean like you're in fast forward, right? It's pretty boring watching somebody vacuum, so try and make it as quick as possible. Still get it clean, but make it move quick. The other nice thing about this, John and Mary, is the lighter you press, the better it cleans. Oh my Lord. Now folks, you saw what we got with straight suction. This is all the dirt that we would have still left behind. Oh my Lord. And look, have them feel the sand. Drop the sand onto the glass, right? Feel the sand. Look at that sand. We use sand to sandpaper, sandblast buildings. Sand's a very abrasive substance, isn't it? If you have sand in your fabric and you rub the fabric back and forth against the sand like this, that's what wears your upholstery away. That's how the Kirby saves you money. You're not going to reupholster or replace your furnishings as often. Folks, I look around your living room, I see a couch, a love seat, and a recliner. That's about a $3,000 or $4,000 investment, isn't it? The only protection you have for that investment you've already made is your vacuum cleaner and how well it cleans. It's pretty safe to say your machine isn't doing the job you want it to, is it? Let me finish vacuuming the chair. And look, pull a minimum of 20 dirt pads off the couches and chairs using the zip brush. It's going to do nothing but make sales for you. And then learn some sales clinchers to say while you're pulling those dirt pads. John and Mary, did you ever see an old cushion that sagged? You unzip the fabric, go to pull that foam out, and it kind of crumbles away in your hands. You know what I'm talking about? The reason is that sand and grit works its way through the fabric, gets in that foam, and just eats that foam away. John and Mary, if all the Kirby did was save you from reupholstering your furnishings or replacing your furnishings just one time in your entire life, it's literally paid for the entire machine, hasn't it? Again, keep in mind, if you do see something you like or need, I've got a chance to win that trip to Lake of the Ozarks. I'm definitely going to do something special for you today. Now, folks, you'll know, time out, keep it rolling. Let me get, boom. Now, you'll know if they have a cat or a dog by now, yes? And look, when they have pets, ask them this. John and Mary, what's the toughest cleaning problem you have in your home today? If they say cat hair, dog hair, you say this. So if there was a piece of equipment that would remove all that cat hair or all that dog hair in just a few sweeps, something like that, Mary, would make your job of cleaning the home a lot easier, wouldn't it? And gosh, John, you've got nothing against making Mary's work a little bit easier, do you? Fantastic. Let me show you what this zip brush will do. Folks, we don't have pet hair right now, but let me assure you, this is what this was made for. It does a beautiful job. It's unbelievable. You will sell Kirby's just by vacuuming up pet hair off of their furniture, off their blinds, anywhere where that dog or cat rubs up against, yes? Here's the other place. John and Mary, how do you vacuum your carpeted stairways now? Here's what you're going to hear. Most people with an upright go up and down the stairs like this. If they have a canister, they plug it in upstairs, do 3, plug it in downstairs, do 3, and somehow try to balance it for the middle. Most people today will use a hand vac just because it's lightweight and easy to use. Folks, let me tell you about our zip brush. First off, you got a 32-foot cord, you plug it in downstairs, you get every step without switching outlets. Again, because we have that rotating brush, we're able to deep clean that carpeted stairway instead of just surface clean it. To give you an idea what I'm talking about, I'd just like to vacuum a few steps for you. And lead the way. And pull a minimum of 10 more pads off of those carpeted stairways. Look, I always believed wherever you pulled that dirt, just leave it there. The best presentations are when you walk in that front door and you see some dirt, you see a bunch of dirt pads by the stairways there. And then you see a bunch of dirt pads in the hallway. And then you see a bunch of more dirt pads in the living room. And then you see where the display is, you got the rest of your 100 pads. Look at it. It's so easy when you're excited to leave this Kirby in a home. But now, after you vacuum the stairs, pull your 10 pads. Again, continue to explain about sand and grit. Sand, very abrasive. Sandpaper, sandblast buildings. John and Mary, let me ask you a crazy question. If I took this sand, turned upside down your coffee table and rubbed it around, other than ruining your coffee table, or other than getting booted out of your home, what would I do to your coffee table? Scratch it. Which is harder? The wood the coffee table's made of, or the fabric your upholstery and carpeting are made of? Which is harder? The wood. So if the sand scratches wood, tell me what it's doing to your carpeting and furnishings. Folks, this one part of the Kirby, if you were to go out and replace the Kirby as a canister vacuum, you'd have to buy something called a Rainbow, Filter Queen. They start at $2,000, go all the way up to $3,000 in some cases. Folks, here's what you get for your money. You get a motor, a hose, some attachments, not nearly as many as we give you. They don't give you a zip brush because they don't have one. They give you these great big power heads they use on the rug. We believe uprights clean the rug better. The zip brush, it's light, it's handy. You can use it places where you can't fit that big power head. But I think you'd agree, just to replace the Kirby as a canister vacuum with attachments and zip brush, you'd easily spend in the neighborhood of about $1,500 or more. The great part of it is, this is just one more small part of your Kirby. Folks, pitch that Kirby. Get your hands on one of these babies. Like I said, it'll do nothing but make you more sales, make you more money. The last thing, again, before I leave today, I just want to go ahead and disinfect. And again, tie that disinfected service, offer them to do another area of their home to disinfect. If they can give you 10 names, 20 names, 30 names, you put a number on it. But I know this, referrals equal demos, demos equal sales, right? The more leads we have, the easier it is to get a volume of appointments, right? So let me go ahead. I'm going to disinfect the couch. Here we go. And again, I don't have the cap on. I'm learning. Hey folks, disinfectant service, EPA approved, safe around pets, safe around plants, safe around food surfaces. There's no issues. It's totally safe. Kills the coronavirus in a minute. Kills all bunch of other bacteria, viruses, and mold in 4 minutes or less. Hard surface, soft surface. Just a great little extra tool for you to use to get yourself in more demos, more presentations, and a better closing average. With that, I'm going to turn it back to Dan and Randy. We are positive.
That was great, incredible. If you guys will learn what John Pedano knows, what John's teaching on how to sell the Kirby, I think you'll probably sell more than one in every home you go into. We've had people do that before, right? Look, it's a push month. Let's finish strong. In closing, I'll turn it to you, Randy.
You know, we have 1 week left in this push month. Take advantage of that information. 40 years of experience coming from John Pedano, all right, that you can actually take to the field today and make a difference in your sales and your referrals. But don't forget about Kirby Life. Kirby Life is still something we're pitching hard. It's made a great impact so far this month. And if we continue to promote it and send out the mugs and have you guys earn that $100 on the first sale, and of course that free Kirby on the 6th sale, it's just only going to make you better in your own Kirby opportunity. So with that, I know we'll see you next week, which will be for the last episode, or at least the last one for March.